Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. Today we're going to be taking a look at Superman the City of Tomorrow, Volume 2 from DC Comics. Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. As always, I'm your host, Brent, and today we're going to be looking at this trade paperback, this massive trade paperback, Superman the City of Tomorrow, Volume 2. But before we open it up, I'd like to ask you to do one thing. Please subscribe. Helps me out, helps the channel grow, lets you know when I drop new videos. There's the microphone cable in the way. Let's open this puppy up. So, what is this? Well, this is the sequel to Volume 1, which I also have an overview of here up on the channel. We will also be doing reviews of these two books once I read them. That may be further down the line, but you can subscribe to see those when they do come out. So, this has Joe Kelly as primary build, Jeff Loeb. No Mark Miller on this one, but you do have J.M. DeMatteis also doing writing, and then only one artist on the cover, Ed McGuinness, even though Doug Mahnke got top billing on Volume 1, he's also here, let me tell you, in Volume 2 in a spectacular way. So, what do we got in here? Let's flip it over. The Day After Tomorrow. So this has Action Comics 764 to 768, Adventures of Superman 577 to 581, Superman 155 to 159, and Superman Man of Steel 99 to 103. Where does that take us, Brent? Where does that take us? Well, that takes us right up to the edge of where you can read Emperor Joker. So this forms a nice trifecta. You can read City of Tomorrow Volume 1, Volume 2, and then once this ends, every issue here lines up. The next issue is part of the Emperor Joker storyline. This is a trade that came out not too many years ago. Actually, maybe it did. Anyway, this has Superman 160, Adventures 582, and this ends with Superman 159 and Adventures, where is it? Of Superman 581. So yeah, this ends and you jump in right into Emperor Joker. Now, from there, when we talked about the first appearance of Imperiex in Volume 1, we're still talking about Volume 2, don't get it twisted. But from here, what takes place after Emperor Joker, a little bit later, is Our Worlds at War. So these are my two trades. This is Volume 1 and Volume 2 as they originally came out. There is a thicker version of this now, a reprint, if you would, that's kind of the same setup as these. It's a massive trade. It says Our Worlds at War. And I have an overview of that on the channel as well, but I sent it back to Amazon because I actually liked the original trades a little bit better. They had backup materials and a better cover gallery, and they collected the exact same thing. So it's not like you got a new issue with this newer printing. But the weird thing is that I was looking at it and just talking about what's missing. There's still a couple of issues in between where Our Worlds at War takes place and where Emperor Joker ends, like 5 issues or something like that, so of each title. So, is there going to be a City of Tomorrow Volume 3? I don't know. They could certainly put it here in between Emperor Joker and Our Worlds at War, or they might title it something else. We will have to wait and find out. But they could also not do it. But I think most of these writers and artists stay through on, because certainly Ed McGuinness and Jeff Loeb are still doing issues of Superman. Kano's here. Joe Kelly is doing a lot of issues in here as well. So it wouldn't be unusual to see them do another volume in here, just to get like almost the entire run collected. So that's where this book takes place in terms of Superman reading order. You can start here, go through right to Emperor Joker, and then Our Worlds at War. Just know there's a little bit missing, but since Our Worlds at War is really set up maybe in Volume 1 with that Imperiex issue, go watch the overview for this if you want to see that. But anyway, let's open this up. Alright, so yeah, it's the same matte paper you had in Volume 1. Volume 2 just came out, I think it was in March of 2021. So, jumping in here. So, I was kind of giving the last issue a little bit of crap because they have Ed McGuinness on the cover, but he's barely in the book. There's only one Ed McGuinness issue in this book. This book Whole lot of Ed McGuinness. So if you come for Ed McGuinness and you see the Terry Dodson cover, don't get it twisted. This has every issue of Superman. I think he was on the Superman title at the time. Is Ed McGuinness. Now, just like the last volume, they don't tell you what issue you're reading. They just show you the cover. And since they have how it's collected, they don't tell you in what order. There's no table of contents or anything like that. It's up to you to figure it out as you go along and on what teams were on what book. But it is organized pretty much the same. I think once you figure it out the first time, you can figure it out from there. So we got the Superboy. This is the 90s Superboy. This is before he joins the Teen Titans and gets rid of the jacket and adopts the black t-shirt with the red Superman symbol. So just some different stories in here. I was looking through. There looks to be some typical Superman stuff. He's saving somebody here. There's some villains in here. Also, I think I saw a Toy Maker, and there's Pablo Raimondi on art. He did some work with X Factor and Peter David later in his career. Here's Doug Mahnke. Here we go. This is Doug Mahnke I really, really like. Is there a cover? Seems like we're missing a cover. Uh-oh. There's a Doug Mahnke cover. So is he doing this art? This is Pablo Raimondi. Oh, chapter 2. So this must be a special or something. I don't know, guys. Every one before then. See, here's another cover. They did a pretty good job of telling you, where the issues were with the covers and stuff like that. Here's Kano jumping on the book. He's a pretty cool artist. I like his style. So a lot of the art on these books really does flow together well. You got Ed McGuinness and you got Doug Mahnke, who have a bit of a style. You got Kano in here, kind of bridging the gap between the two. He's kind of cartoony, but at the same time, kind of square. This way that I would describe Doug Mahnke's art, like he's a lot less rounded than Ed McGuinness is. So he's kind of bridging that gap. So it doesn't make for like a really weird read to jump from these different styles of artists. I think it really flows together the way that they put these teams. That's a beautiful Action Comics #1 homage right there. But it's kind of cool how they put these teams together and their styles kind of blend from week to week to week. Here's the Terry Dodson cover that's used for the front of the book. And who's doing the interiors on here? Pablo Raimondi. So yeah, I don't know why they chose this Terry Dodson cover as the cover of the book. That's kind of weird because I didn't see him doing any interiors at all. Shame they didn't give it to one of these other covers in here. Because surely this is not the best cover. We saw a couple other good ones. And we will see some more. Certainly the Superman punching Parasite that Ed McGuinness did is beautiful. Look at that one. So yeah, there seems to be something going on with Lois Lane in this book. You also have Steel that shows up a whole lot in these stories with this version of the outfit where he's got like the weird helmet. And this is Cyborg. So this is actually, I think it's Cyborg Superman, Hank Henshaw. So he's in between where he was like Cyborg Superman for the Death and Reign of Superman storyline, and then he gets this like little red outfit here. And then I think from here he next shows up. I don't know if he shows up in any more Superman stories, but I know the first time I really saw him in comics after the Death of Superman was in the Sinestro Corps War special, where he gets his body back somehow. So then you got the story with the Joker, and this is when I was flipping through here. I went, wait, the Joker? Is this Emperor Joker? Like, what's going on? Because I know I have that trade already, and I did not want a double dip. No, this is not a double dip. This is I guess you would call it a prelude. Written by Joe Kelly, drawn by Kano. And we've already discussed how you go from the end of this trade into the first issue of Emperor Joker. So yeah, here's Ed McGuinness. You could have used this as a cover if you want to put Superman and Lois on there. Like that's an attention-grabbing cover more than this one, if that's indeed Lois, right? Anyway, But it's really nice how the back of every cover they have this picture of Metropolis and tells you who did it. I wish they would tell you what issue it was, though. That's kind of a bummer. But yeah, so here's Parasite fighting Superman. He's looking for Lois Lane. Here's the Toy Man. He's somehow involved. Something with Kryptonite. Superman Green. I think that's Doug Mahnke cover. Covered by Doug Mahnke, but he's not doing the interiors. It is Pablo Raimondi, so I don't know why they don't have Doug Mahnke doing the covers to his own issues, but hey, he did the covers. That's good. Ian Churchill here. Batman guest starring with Superman glowing like kryptonite somehow. Duncan Rouleau doing art. He's a pretty interesting looking artist. He also, I think he does fit in well with the rest of these guys too. Oh man, that's a beautiful spread. So in terms of gutter loss, I mean, I didn't see a whole bunch of spreads in here, but I think if there were, maybe they were like this, where there's not a whole lot of, words or something on the page. And certainly from page to page, you can read everything. I think it's pretty good. Not too bad. But yeah, it's pretty nice how they leave in all the lettering at the end of each issue to tell you like where this continues. So I guess this says continues in Adventures of Superman 580. You could assume that this is Adventures of Superman 580. Right? And it says in 30 days, Green Lantern. So I'd be willing to test that. Because we know that in 30 days, or the next book that you should read after this is Emperor Joker. Unless there's another issue in here. I think, did I see Green Lantern? Maybe I did. I can't remember. There's a couple issues with Deathstroke in here. Superman going up Deathstroke. You'd think that'd be pretty easy. Uh-oh, what's going on there? There's Green Lantern. Alright, so it didn't lie. But, yeah, everything just kind of flows together. Here's Graven. If you don't know who Graven is, he is I guess he's a Green Lantern bad guy. I've got a Baptism of Fire trade paperback from the early 2000s or late 90s where Graven is like the son of Darkseid and shows up. I don't think he's in continuity anymore, but he was one of the earlier dudes that Kyle Rayner went up against. I think he shows up in Our Worlds at War as well. This is like, I don't know. It looks like Constrictor, but it's not. It's something else. It looks like Zipper Man. Like he's got a bunch of zippers on him. Nobody calls my costume tacky. I do. Zipper Man versus Superman. Anyway, getting towards the end of the book here. More Doug Mahnke, more Steel. Supergirl also showing up. So this is the Linda Danvers version of Supergirl, I think, who's like not quite Superman's cousin. She's like a clone or some alien, some weird version of that. Because Jeff Loeb and Michael Turner in Superman Batman, a couple years after this takes place, bring Superman's actual cousin to Earth because that Supergirl is like an alien or something or other. It's confusing. Supergirl has a confusing history. Here's Mary Marvel. And the end of the book. So here's a fold-out cover for Superman the Man of Steel 100 by Doug Mahnke, which is like the Fortress of Solitude, I guess. Homaging his parents, Jor-El and Lara. And then, that's the end of that. Why don't they tell you to go buy Volume 1? I don't know. Maybe they think it's like, makes sense that you don't need to be told. I think they should. What's the first issue have? First volume does not have an ad in the back. This is a little bit thicker though. Like, not a ton. Or maybe it just bulges or it's folded wrong a little bit, but it seems like it's a little thicker. So volume 2 is on the top, volume 1 is on the bottom. I think it is a little bit thicker. So, but that could be to any number of issues. Maybe one of these was double sized. I mean, you have Man of Steel 100 in here. Yeah, Man of Steel 100 is in here. So maybe that was the double sized one that we were looking at, where it said Chapter 2. So if it's 100, usually for the big anniversary issues, like every 25, they might do a double size or something like that. So definitely for any issue that ends in a 50 or 100, expect it to be a little bit thicker. So maybe that's why Volume 2 is thicker than Volume 1. But those spines look really nice, though. Good job, team. Good job. Both got Ed McGuinness on the top. Ed McGuinness faking it in Volume 1, but he's all over Volume 2. So if you're looking for Ed McGuinness Superman artwork specifically, I would say come here to Volume 2, because, again, he only shows up at the end here in Volume 1, right here in this issue. So, but there you have it. Let me know, guys, down below what you think of Superman the City of Tomorrow. Again, I will have reviews up as soon as I read them later on down the line on the channel. But please let me know what your favorite storyline from this is down below. And we'll see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.